This video is sponsored by Lang Estate Winery and Vineyards, where our love of Pinot Noir began over 25 years ago. We are rooted in the heart of the breathtaking Dundee Hills. Lang Estate welcomes you to come taste with us daily from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. or visit langwinery.com.
So, Dad came out here 50 years ago, 50 years and 2 weeks ago, actually, because he was really just absolutely in love with Pinot Noir. And in those days, there was only one place to grow Pinot Noir that was recognized in the world, and that was its homeland, which is Burgundy. And so he looked very closely for climates that were like Burgundy's, and that steered him away from California. And that's what eventually brought him here to the Yamhill Valley. The wine industry has grown here, not just with Pinot Noir, which is sort of our centerpiece, but also a lot of the varieties that evolved in Burgundy with Pinot Noir. So principally Chardonnay, but also Pinot Gris, Pinot Blanc. And so these are varieties that Dad brought with him when he came here, because he knew they'd fit well with our climate. So when Dad came up here, he knew Pinot Noir would work well in this climate, but he was also convinced that other varieties similar to Pinot Noir and that grow in that same growing regime, such as Chardonnay, would do well. But one thing that he really wanted to experiment with was Pinot Gris. You know, if you look through Northern Europe, Pinot Gris is planted all through Northern Europe. It's a very cosmopolitan traveler. And so it was really widespread through Northern Europe. And when he came back from his travels in Europe and started looking around in the United States, nobody had planted it. And he couldn't quite figure out why, because it is so adaptable. The experiment of Pinot Gris and Pinot Noir, for that matter, in Oregon has been a success, not just because of one founding person like my father, but because we have a great community of winemakers here who really believe deeply, not just in making product, but in making wine and in really trying to achieve the greatest quality that they can.
Well, when we got here in '87, we became the third or fourth, it's debatable, producer of Pinot Gris in the United States. The other three were neighbors. Back to David Lett, he brought the original Pinot Gris plant material into the States, into the area, and we had the good fortune of making wines from fruit that came from those cuttings the first few years when we were here. And since then, obviously, more's been planted and lots of other people are making Pinot Gris. It emanated from here, and it grows well here. It's a Burgundian grape. It's a mutation of Pinot Noir. We've been here since 1987. You know, there's been a lot of growth in wineries. When we started, I think we were like the 40th bonded winery in the whole state. And it's just been amazing to watch it from the beginning to now. And you can't beat Yamhill County. We have a lot to offer here.